Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt, where we've got another challenge in mind, and this one is kind of like a countdown challenge. So I'm going to actually bring up the... well, actually, let me switch over the window so I can read it properly. So this was actually one submitted by Victor Ribeiro, and I was trying to figure out how it exactly worked, but the more I'm reading, the more I think it'll be kind of possible to do, so... The challenge idea is the more animals you take down, the less shots you are allowed for the next. For example, you took down Anki with 5 shots on purpose, but now you're only allowed 4 shots maximum for a trike. You can choose how many creatures you want to hunt and how many shots you want to use on the first kill, but the challenge is 1 per species. So what I think I'm probably going to do, and thank you Victor for leaving the challenge, I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to try to mix in my own cycling of sorts, whereas... maybe say I have to start with the Stego and then working my way slowly along the roster. I have to use like 1 less of what I'm hunting. Although, see, the thing is, I'd probably use... I'm trying to think of things because I know the Rex and the Strato are the last 2 on the radar roster, but I don't want to use the radar. What I will do is I do want to put that on though. Yeah, keep those. Oh, that's there. That's all right there. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is... actually, you know what? I'm going to also change it. We'll go just as matchy rocks for this. So my thinking for this is I'll have to go after the Stego first, then the Anki, then the Parasaur, then the Trike, then the Strato, then the Rex. And I have to use less shots further along as I go. So everything is looking good, so we'll drop in, we'll start with this. Now, the hardest part is probably going to be when we get to the Rex, because that one I'm only going to have probably 1 shot unless I really use a lot on, like, the earlier dinosaurs I might hunt. So this one had a little bit of logistics I was trying to think of, is it going to be possible? But you know what, I decided, let's throw logistics out, let's just try it and see, and then I have my own hunt I'll also do as the challenge for, like, the next episode. But we'll see how we can do with Victor Ribeiro's challenge here. And I think it is going to be an interesting one. Just trying to, first of all, get as many shots into some of these animals that I can. Like, starting with the Stego, I'm probably going to try to get... I guess I'll have to try getting at least 5 shots in. Because it's going to get tricky. Okay, so you are... I think you're actually an... you might be a Trike or an Anki. The Stego, I think, is actually almost like a theropod track, where it's kind of like the 3 toes. I'm going to start with the Stegosaurus and then work my way kind of along that roster. I'll just have to try to find one first. And another thing is, like, this is definitely not a hunting challenge, this is a shooting challenge. Because generally when it comes to hunting challenges, you kind of want to keep, like, ethics a little bit in mind, whereas... this challenge is kind of tossing that away in order just to pump as much, like, ammo into a dinosaur before it'll die. And then move on to the next. So it's not exactly the ethical sorts for hunting that I've normally done, where it's trying to use just a single shot if possible to put an animal down. But if we're going to start with the Stego... no. Okay, that's a Parasaur track, but I don't know why the Lycon wasn't over that. I need to find me a Stego somewhere first. Oh, well, I'm finding every other animal. I mean, Parasaur track, I saw the Anki, there's a Trike. Didn't think I'd have this much trouble just finding a regular old Stegosaurus. And then for that, yeah, I'm going to have to basically pump the 5 shots I've got into it. So I'll have to not aim for the vitals as well, which is... it's basically like taking everything that you normally do in a hunt and tossing it out the window. Because if I were to actually go for the vitals on the animals, they would go down relatively quickly, and that's the opposite of what the challenge is supposed to be aiming for. It's basically a countdown challenge. Although, surprisingly, for all those that I spotted, the Stegosaur is becoming the most elusive thing to find. Now, if I do get ambushed by, say, the Ceratosaurus or the Rexes, well, or Ceratos and Rex, I'll definitely see about just, like, putting them down for self-defense sake, really. I probably won't collect them, though, and I'll have to try to... see, well, the Rex I can't... The Rex is going to be interesting. I don't think I'll encounter one, like, wandering as I am, just because of how they normally seem to spawn them in. But it's also not something that's, like, impossible to run into either. Jeez, I didn't think I'd have this much trouble just finding a Stego. Like, once I can find that, the rest should go much easier, because I know the general area of where an Anky is, and, the Anky, the Trike, maybe the Parasaur, but for being the first most basic animal, you'd think it'd be a little bit easier to come across. And then I think my own challenge I've kind of come up with for the next episode will be a little bit more of like a general hunting one. So it's going to be back to no trying to test or try stuff out, like what is the behavior of this, what's the dependencies of this to actually work. It's just going to be a straight up hunting challenge with a little bit of a different direction to it. Oh, there's a Stego. Took a little while to find one just wandering about. So I gotta remember that the, 15 meters is sort of the maximum amount that we can get close to it. Oh, and Parasaur tracks, although... Our cycle, I think, is supposed to... Oh! I'm not sure what sent it... Ran to sleep. And is running some more. Okay, so I gotta try pumping in every shot I can before it goes down. Oh, crap. So that was a 2. Oh, no, that was 3. Wait. That... Okay, that's weird. I could've sworn I only got 2 off, but it actually registered that 3 went. Okay, that's weird. But either way, at least we got the first animal down, so now I basically have 3 or less for the Anky. I was going to... I mean, technically it should only be 2, but the thing is, then that means I have to get all the others with only 1 shot. And as you can see, the animals aren't exactly, sturdy enough to take that many shots for this challenge to work as well. This was just the basic rifle. The only thing that would have probably taken less shots would have been if I used the revolver, which I didn't even bring with me. But I think even the revolver still would have been less than that. Or, well, maybe a little bit more than 3, but I don't think enough to really be, 5. This is definitely a bit of an unorthodox challenge, but still an interesting one to try out. So, the Anky that I spotted, I think, was up around here. Is that Trike or Anky? See, I can't remember. The Parasaur I know is the weird little tiny print. The Stego has, the almost theropod-like one with the toe out the back. Or, well, maybe off to, one of the back sides. I don't know if that's a Trike or that's the Anky. I think that's the Trike. I think the Anky is the almost, rectangular-ish one. I know I'd spotted an Anky somewhere around here. Was, I think, actually the first animal I spotted on this hunt. Okay, I see that's Anki track. Okay, just a trike, but I'm not... After the Yankee, it's then going to be the Parasaur, and then the trike. Which I guess maybe I kind of incorporated my own little bit of a challenge into this, because my challenge is going to be, you have to hunt the animals in order of, like, they'd appear on the radar roster, and then you have to cycle back and keep repeating until you either run out of ammo, or you've gotten every animal. So it's more like a traditional hunt, but a little bit more directed in what you go after. This one is more of a... Well, I guess I'm kind of throwing in my own little thing of my challenge of you have to strictly get the next one on the roster. I don't know why everything's kind of like itching around my mouth area. I definitely got to look at maybe trimming down the, do a little bit of cleanup is all. Seems like some of those hairs are starting to poke and prod a little bit. Okay, what's weird though is I found the one track, the Yankee, up here, but... Like, that's literally the only track of it I had found. And now it's gone. A lot of trikes, though. Oh, that was... Okay, those are all trike tracks. I'm gonna head over this way. See if I can just get a little bit more distance and maybe I'll get lucky like how we... Oh, what do we got here? Okay, I think these are Anki tracks. Yeah, the weird... 1, 2, 3, 4... Almost kind of human-like because of the 5 toes it has. Oh, that's helpful. Both 2 different tracks going 2 different directions, but the same animal type. I guess we'll start with here. Maybe not here. Okay, I guess we'll actually go to the other one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I gotta use basically 3 shots on you. 1. That should have been 2. Okay, that's 2 hits. Now this next one basically has to be the final shot. Or the challenge is kind of ruined. So I'll just keep along it and then try for the lung shot. That should put it down, and then I have 3 or less for the Parasaur. Okay, is that our Anki over there? It might be. Oh, no, maybe that one's it. Yeah, I don't think it would have made that much distance for the time it took us to... Ah, shoot. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's going down, is he? Yeah, see, that's... Like, in some ways it's a challenge, in others, though, it's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to head back, and you know what, I think I will try picking up the revolver for this. Maybe that'll give me some extra shots to, like, go after certain things with. Yeah, so basically just got the 1 Stego. Okay, we'll pick up the revolver and try again. Everything's good, so let's head off. I wonder if maybe that's what I should do. It's much easier to hit a running dinosaur while holding your breath. Maybe I should just use the breath hold more for... like, save it when they're attacking more, or, well, on the move, than when, like, I'm able to get a comfortable shot off. Probably help a bit more. Well, let it load in, then we'll try this challenge again, and probably start with the revolver first. Okay, so that's Anki tracks. I like to start with Stego if I can, though. Oh, well, there's a trike. She kind of looks like a big trike from here. 11.26 tons. That does seem... Oh, there we go. There's our first animal we can go after. Stego. That kind of seems like a fairly large trike for that size, though. That's also something I'll eventually have to do, is take a look at the trophy room and probably... I think once the update comes out, I'll do that, because then I can actually go in and delete trophies, so that way I can, like, just see what in all this time has actually been our best animal of each species. Okay, so we just basically got to get up. Oh, actually, we're going to be able to get in nice and close to it. The problem is the trees, though. They might block the shots. Yeah, those... Okay, Stego tracks are definitely the... almost like fat theropod feet. And then the Parasaur's the little one. So the Anki is the almost human-like foot, and the trike is the... Oh, actually, we got a couple of these guys literally right where I want them. Shoot. 3 shots again. I didn't even mean to, Okay, well, we got the ankylosaur right over this way. Okay, at least we're back on track with this one now, so... What I need now is a Parasaur with 3 or less. Man, even for like 3 shots into it, that's still a fair amount of points to get. Oh, well, there's our Parasaur. Okay, he's going to get sent off because of the ship. Then after the Parasaur will be the Trike. And then I'll have to see in regards to that Cerrato and the Rex. Like the Parasaur, see, that might be tricky just using like 2 shots in it. Because the Parasaurs aren't actually a very well, I wasn't going to say healthy. They don't have a lot of tenacity to them. I think 2 shots, maybe no matter where they land, would count to put them down. And then that leaves 2 or less for the Trike. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to try to... Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Might actually be good to try for a couple of shots from the revolver if I can sneak in there. So yeah, it's going to be a little ways to go. Then I got to deal with you out there, who... 1.25... 2.57. Kind of surprised for its size. It doesn't actually seem to be like that heavy. Maybe I'll try going for a couple of shots from... Oh, crap. So that was actually, I think, 1 shot. And yeah, Cerrato has picked it up, but if I want to get that... Ah, crap, there was 1. Going to... I tried for 2 on the para. We'll just go inspect the para and see. Maybe I won't collect this Cerrado. Maybe I'll have to be 1 shot from every other animal now. Yeah, might have to be the case. Oh boy, the trike should be an interesting one to try this on. That doesn't even include another Cerrado and another Rex. Okay, you'll just snooze there. Oh, well, there's another Cerrado there, but I can't really... I won't try for you yet. I'll have to try for a trike first. So... I really hope I know my placement for, like, where their heart is, because otherwise this is going to be kind of challenging. Because I don't think a lung shot will be enough from this rifle to put down a trike. So I'm going to just try to follow up where I saw the trike from earlier. It's basically somewhere right around here, I think. He's waddling along the coast here. Oh, yeah, speaking of. Now, there's also something I have to take in consideration too, is that the trike here could turn aggressive on me, so if I do have to use more than 1 shot, I won't collect it. Okay, well there's the... No, crap, there are a couple here. I think if I want to get the most power, I need to get within 75 meters of one. I think I'll try this one here, because the other guy's still wrapped up in those trees, and that would make trying for those shots pretty hard to do. Yeah, shouldn't be able to pick us up from the wind. Oh, gee, hi! Actually, you might work as well. There are a lot of trikes here, which does not bode well for me because they tend to be pretty aggressive for herbivores. We'll start with you, though. Because I think you're the closest, and yeah, you're the one that's... Wait, is there even another trike over there, or is that something else? Oh, it's Nanky. Okay. Now, I could kind of use him just to stay still for a little bit longer on one of these. I have to wait and see what it does, but I don't think I'll be able to keep going after. Yeah, no, he seems to be pretty far gone, so won't be able to go after him. Surprisingly, you did not actually, like, get triggered off, though. So I wonder if I can get a good shot right in there. Ah, shoot, that was 2. So you do not count. I don't know how I'm going to get this trike down with only the 1 shot. I can get with 2, no problem. But 1 is going to be very difficult. And we're down to basically the trikes or a Cerrado. And Rex, but the Rex is a monumental challenge on its own, right? So, you know what? Maybe I'll just try going straight for a lung shot. Oh, but he's stuck behind those trees, and because of the hitboxes, that's probably going to mean... Well, I've got to close ground anyway, so let's just try to get close. Is he going to go down from that? He's kind of... I'm trying to process if I actually got him or not, because it looked like I did. But he's not reacting like I did. Oh, okay, I think he did. It kind of picked in now. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with him. He's definitely not going to go down, though. We'll follow along and see. It's like, I don't know if I've used 1 or 2 shots on him now. The first one seemed like it didn't register, but then might have did, but then didn't. But I don't hear a music cue, so... Doesn't seem like he has or will go down. Yeah, no, he's not going down. Okay, so... I'll at least try for Cerrado and the Rex, but it seems like the trike... I'll definitely have to try figuring out the mortals, or the vital areas more. For now, though, we've got a couple more animals we can at least try for. Now, whether I'll be able to get the Cerrado with anything but a hard shot is going to be debatable. The Rex, I'm going to have to hope that mouth shot is going to put it down. Because I can't see managing the eye shot using the, Yeah, you just snooze over there, you're fine. The Rex, I'm going to have to get the mouth. I can't see getting an eye shot with the rifle or the revolver. And because I'm down to, like, trying for the single shot only, it's going to put a bit of, trouble to this. I also have to figure out where the Rex is, just in general, too. Seems like it's kind of common to find one around the big bones here. Well, maybe not a Rex, but there is a Cerrado at least. He's kind of in a spot where I might be able to get that one shot I need, too. Oh, crap. Well, so much for the one shot on you. I didn't actually mean to call that in. So I'm going to try for the Rex, and then we'll end this episode. But yeah, I wasn't able to complete this challenge. I think a lot of it has to kind of do with how much health each shot takes off the animal, as well as, well, just how much you have to work with as well. Because, like, the rifle against the Stego, the most a Stego seems to be able to take is 3 shots. And that means everything else following is going to be a lot less shots. It's kind of an interesting idea for a challenge, but when it's more of a shooting challenge than a hunting challenge, in my opinion, just because it's not really taking into... You don't really want to pump an animal full of lead just for the sake of pumping it full of lead to then use less on the next one. It's an interesting idea, but I think it's something more for like a shooter than what Dinosaur Hunt is. But we still tackled it to the best that I could. We're successful right up until the trike, and then everything went to hell. As for this Rex, not actually sure where to find it. Like, I know we're also pretty well into this episode too, and I don't want to be much longer for this one. Try to limit how long all the videos are. Where might this Rex be? Oh, is that? Yeah, that's it. 5.85, doesn't seem like it's a very big one. So this is going to be quite the test. Are we going to be able to get him with a single shot or not? Because that would be a pretty cool way to actually at least say we might not have fulfilled all the challenge, but we tried our best. Now, the only thing will be, we gotta get him, like, angry at us. Okay, mission accomplished, he's angry. Yeah, well, I guess that's an okay way to end a failed challenge. So that was, the countdown challenge. I'm just going to bring up the name again so I pronounce it right. Thank you very much, Victor Ribeiro, for it. Again, I think it comes down to logistics. It doesn't quite work out because of how, like, the shot amount can be on some animals. That, I gotta admit, I'm not sure if it's my hunting background in other games or not. I try not to, use excess ammo. I try more for, like, the ethical, get it down as soon as I can, so... It's at least an idea that I will pose to you guys if you want to try it out. It's definitely one that will test you a bit. Maybe it's because if you switch up what you go for first, like, say, go for a Rex first, and if you use 6 shots and survive, then you have, like, you can use 5 on something else, or what have you there. I think for the next episode, what I'm going to do is my own personal challenge in a way. But thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give us a like, and if you have any comments, tips, tricks, or an idea for a request or a challenge, be sure to leave in the comments right down below. I try to respond to any feedback or questions as soon as I can on the channel. Until I see you in the next video, though, please remember, as always, survivors, take care and stay alive.